Hey, I'm Danielle, a techie serial entrepreneur.
I'm Cicely, a health tech nurse.
I'm Priscilla, and I'm an award-winning creative.
Welcome to the More Than Graphics podcast, a virtual safe space for women and minorities in the tech and creative industry. Together, we're that tribe.
Jitto, jitto, jitto. I made it out of clay. Ha! Made it out of clay. Ha! Jitto, jitto, jitto. Gimme, hey, hey, hey. Happy Hanukkah. I ate a latte in my car. Apple sauce in my Subaru. With some sour cream. Tastes like a dream in my car. Ate it in his car. Skip in school. Happy Hanukkah. Moses drove a Kia. So on 2006. Happy Hanukkah. Light the Hanukkah. Girl with little word and six. I made it out of clay, hot, made it out of clay, hot. It's the nicest car. It has a tall roof like an SUV. To maximize interior space. Stereo system. With CDs and USB with Sirius XM. Sirius XM, listen to XM. Happy Hanukkah. Moses drove a Kia. So, March 2006. Happy Hanukkah. Like the Hanukkah. With little one and six. David Melech so Moses had a soul. 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 2006. One, two, three, four. Jitto, jitto, jitto. I made it out of clay. Ha! Made it out of clay. Ha! Jitto, jitto, jitto. Gimme, hey, hey, hey.
Well, dreidel. I mean, hello, welcome. It's the
Can I just say,
wasn't that amazing?
Danielle, I need to say something. So I was not looking at the screen when the song was going on. And when they were saying dreidel, 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 all I heard was cheddar, cheddar, cheddar. So I grabbed my cheese stick.
In true Priscilla fashion. I love it.
I just dropped it. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. I got to go downstairs, as I like to say.
She dropped the cheese.
I dropped the cheddar.
Well, for everyone listening, welcome. Welcome to the More Than Graphics podcast. It's the last live of the year, which we always theme in ugly sweater kind of party hoorah. Happy Hanukkah to everyone out there already celebrating. It's you're ahead of us, ahead of many of us in the holiday lineup here. So if you're celebrating, happy Hanukkah. We are doing all the things right now. Like literally, it's been a year, right, ladies? Like it's been a year.
Yes.
I feel like we've experienced some things that will kind of carry forever, from the season. And we're celebrating so many milestones right now. So we're, again, a top 10% podcast by listennotes.com. Whoop. But we were nominated at the Women's Podcast Awards here in America and nominated for Best Podcast for Digital Women's Awards in the UK. Y'all, 2 countries in 1 year. World domination. Okay.
Just 2 countries.
Today's live is literally a party of gratitude. So we're just so thankful to be here sharing more truths, more stories, more healing wisdom as we finish our 7th season themed and ugly sweater party. So for folks who don't know, hi, I'm Danielle, your techie retro pixel sorceress, a serial entrepreneur, AI architect, and gamified speaker.
I'm Priscilla, a creative who mixes old school wisdom with modern inspiration and helps others find gratitude in a world full of cheese.
And I guess I'm bringing up the rear behind all that. I'm Cicely. I'm a registered nurse who leverages technology and empathy to improve patient care and outcomes.
Y'all, this is the dream team. I just love this.
Love
I
it.
can't believe that we've been doing this for so long and carrying out so many amazing stories. I'm just pumped. Our latest episode, which was Defy, features marketing guru Heidi Farber of Pixel Atlas. So you can listen to that episode on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, wherever you listen to podcasts to hear the wealth of insights from all of our guests across all the seasons. So we always encourage our viewers to comment, ask questions, share your own experiences that align with the conversation. Can I get it? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so speaking of Defy, we're all about getting and celebrating folks. And recently I got to spend some quality time with a few fellow heart warriors and their families with Carrington's Heart in Kentucky. So ladies, did you know that congenital heart disease is the #1 birth defect in America?
Wow.
It really is. It affects 1 in 100 babies born, and there is currently no cure. So this nonprofit, Carrington's Heart, Inc., is dedicated to providing comprehensive support to children with congenital heart disease and their families throughout their main mission pillars, which are education, support, and encouragement. They actually have an end-of-year envelope challenge to help fund their 2026 program that folks can give to right now on their website at carringtonsheart.org. Here's a bit more about their story and how you can be a lifeline to defy the odds of Kentucky kids living with congenital heart disease. When a child faces a heart condition, the journey is overwhelming. Families struggle with fear, uncertainty, and financial burden. Carrington's Heart is a lifeline dedicated to providing support, education, and encouragement. We work to give these kids and families what they desperately need: joy, community, and lasting memories. Your generosity provides travel, lodging aid, comfort bags, educational resources, and events that bring our community together. This is why we need you. Our Holiday Hearts 2025 campaign funds a full year of these essential programs. If every heart is chosen, we secure the crucial funding needed to sustain our support 365 days a year. Visit carringtonsheart.org today. Give hope and make a difference. Y'all, I'm just so pumped. I really hope that people give, just because it's such a needed and very unique community. I got to hang out with them with their Cookies with Santa event recently. Seeing these kids actually interact with Santa, hearing the stories from the moms that have been, run through the ringer emotionally, I'm sure, mentally and emotionally, going through all the things that your child could possibly go through within the first year of life. Many of them having to undergo, open heart surgeries. It's a very sensitive issue, but it also is something that's worth advocating for. So I'm really proud of the fact that I got to spend time with that community, and their end of year program runs obviously through the end of the year. You can give right now, choose an envelope of any size that's available, whether it's $1, $5, or you can pick some of the higher ones, $200, to give toward their programming for 2026. So I just want to throw that out there. Shout out to the community out there. If you are part of the CHD community in Kentucky, we see you, we hear you, and we're wishing you a very happy and memorable holiday season. All right, ladies, are you ready to play the roundtable icebreaker?
Of course.
Okay, so with your cam, show your ugly sweater and we'll rate you. Are you ready? Who wants to go first? I think Priscilla should. I should have brought some 90s music.
But it's so ugly. It's cute. It's not even really ugly. It's actually super cute. I know. The little gingerbread, it's not even ugly.
My little blue to pull out the blue.
Yes. Oh, I love that. Okay.
I'm wearing Max's Don't Tell Him. And this broke at school. You guys, this fell off at school because it was pajama day and he used tape.
I love it.
He tried a stapler. I said, hey, if you come to one of my sewing classes, I can teach you how to properly attach that.
Smart.
What do I know? I'm just your mom.
I love it. Checkmate. I love it. Okay. Cicely, would you like to go next?
So I have holiday nails. So you can
yes.
see like
Closer.
little gingerbread. There's some little mittens. There's a gingerbread. There's
Cute.
just some stars. I forget. Oh, there's a little. It's a reindeer.
Oh, reindeer.
So
Oh
I can only show the
man.
one. It's the same on the other hand, but somehow I lost the middle finger decoration. So I still have a nail. It's just plain, but same on the other
Somehow.
side. So I
Somehow.
do press-ons now when I'm feeling festive. That's how I get in the holiday
Yes.
spirit now.
I'm seeing this more and more of a trend right now. I don't know if it's just the age group or the archetype that we're in, but that is so like festive right now. Everyone is doing the nail thing. I'm feeling that.
I love
I
it. I used to
can't
have nails
look.
all the time, and then I just didn't have time to go anymore. And then, acrylic it can really wear down like your nail beds. So I'm like, you know what? Easiest way for me. And then, I worked in the hospital, so you couldn't even, they had nails, but you can't really have nails. And I said, I'm not even going to be worried about it. And, I worked in labor and delivery, and just with nails, enough said. Like, we're not doing that. Yuck.
How do you do the things? Because I got these small ones that Zoe and I tried it on, and I didn't. I can't. And then when I went to after I went to the bathroom and I went to pull my 3 nails popped
The
off.
nails popped off.
immediately.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
So I
So
said,
you do like little short ones. Like these are like they're
They
considered
were short
medium,
like
but they're
those.
short.
They
But I
were
like
Okay.
long nails, like not extra long, but I like, the click, 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 click. I like the longer nails, but they're not functional for me, so I can't do it anymore.
no cocoa.
No.
Okay, I came as for New Year's. That's what I came for. So all the
Thank you.
shiny, all the glistening, just giving my bay moment and all the things. So yeah,
You're a disco ball, a New Year's
I'm a
disco
disco ball. I love that. I'm an iridescent disco ball. Yes,
You
I
have
love
some
it.
festive shoulder going on too.
I do. Yeah, it kind of matches my tattoo. Like it
Little
just makes me
naughty,
feel like super
naughty elf
festive.
right there, right?
Ooh.
Look out now. I love it. Okay, so everyone got a 10 on that based on visual complexity and thematic, commitment. Everyone committed. So
That's what we do. We are committers.
okay, if you're listening from any of the listening areas, if you're listening from YouTube, from LinkedIn, from Facebook, let us know in the comments. We want to say hi, reach out, let us know if you're in a state, if you're in a cool place, let us know where you're listening from. We'd love to chat with you today. So today's next topic is talking about the art of the comeback. Ladies, we're talking about our biggest professional wins of 2025. Maybe many of you have them when you're listening to this episode today. Share with us your biggest professional win of 2025 in the comments. Priscilla, we want to share yours first.
Sure. I'm been playing with stickers and paper dolls, and I call it work.
Hey,
Yes,
that's a professional win.
that is a professional
Which,
win.
by the way,
Yes. Let's
Oh, that's
go.
beautiful.
So if you have not gotten
Cicely,
our
look at that big leg slit you got there.
Ooh, I love it.
I'm coloring this since I'm not doing it.
absolutely.
Gingerbread.
So if you all got our email blast, or if you noticed our social media post today, we actually have a special release coloring sheet just for today to play, have a little fun. It is our ugly sweater party. So we're definitely using this space and time to play a little. You can print that off directly on our website at mtgthepodcast.com. It's also the same place where you could listen to previous episodes and previous seasons of the podcast. And yeah, download that, color away. I'm going to do one and post one in stories in a little bit. For sure. But that is super cute. And I love that you made that, Priscilla. It looks great.
I did it. I did it myself.
I did all by myself.
I did it myself by myself.
I love it. That's perfectly on time. Okay, Cicely, your professional win of 2025.
Yeah, well, there's a few. But no, like I wasn't sure like what kind of direction I was headed in this year. Like I, made a professional change at the beginning of the year. So I went from bedside to working from home. I'm still working in like maternal care. So I was like, I don't know where this is gonna take me, but here we are. So I started grad school after him and Han for the last year. I finally started a grad school program. So non-nursing related, but it is in digital health. So learning about AI, learning about like agile sprints and developing apps and things like that, and just kind of how to get from idea to marketplace. So I really enjoyed my first semester. It was a rough one, but it was awesome. I also got a part-time job, so I'm 1099 as a fertility coach with a company that I've been like semi stalking or following for the last like 2 or 3 years, and everything just kind of aligned and worked out where we finally got the opportunity to work together, and it has been a great fit. Things have been wonderful. And then finally, like I had this idea floating around in my head about teaching abroad or teaching English in another country. So I pulled the trigger and got my TEFL, which is teaching English as a foreign language certificate for 120 hours, which is the minimum that you need to teach abroad. So, you know, who knows? Like I'm leaving the year and the next few months, the next few years open for possibilities.
That's amazing.
Professor Stamper. I can hear it right now. Professor Stamper. That is a hell yes. Absolutely, Professor Stamper. I love that. Okay, so so just hearing all of you all, I'm just like, dang, like, okay, like mine's like
You gotta
most of
follow that up now.
yeah, I'm like, dang. But I do want to give a shout out to Tyrone Russell. What's up, Tyrone?
Hey.
You are listening from Columbus, Ohio today. So
that's my boo.
Bring it on. If you're listening from other places, we want to hear. We want to celebrate you as well in the holiday season. I honestly, one of my favorite, I guess, biggest ones was being a top 50 Q1 2025 mentor for ADP List. So for people who don't know what ADP List is, it is a both mentor and mentee kind of online platform, especially for people who have a lot of growth experience in the field, but they're wanting to give back to like younger generations who are also up and coming in the industry. And so in January through March, I was a top mentor. And I shared that in my recent Wrapped post on LinkedIn. And our good friend Anna Bitters actually said, like, what have you learned most about working with young creatives? And the response that I really kind of centered at the most was, it gives me hope. It gives me hope to see young people still thirsty to solve problems. It gives me hope to see that as a mentor, I can still provide change, impact on people's lives, regardless of where I am in the world or what stage of life that I'm in. So it's really cool to kind of engage with so many young people who are just wanting either instant feedback on their portfolios or, hey, I'm about to do this interview and I'm kind of worried about questions they might ask, like what should I expect? Things along those lines are kind of questions that I've been answering on a regular basis through ADP List. And so really shout out to our friend over here, Barney Abramson, who has really been like a really good example to follow. And he was the one that kind of initially got me started with ADP List. So once I joined, I was done. I was hooked. And so I've been helping mentor people in that way. But that's one of my biggest professional wins of 2025, I think, is really kind of being more of an asset to people in this way. So the art of the comeback, ladies. Brava.
Yay.
All right. If you have an art of the comeback, clap back for 2025, let us know what your professional win is in the comments and we'll share it and celebrate you. Next topic, we're covering the ROI of rest. Oh my. We're going to share some of our most challenging projects, our moments of the year. And then I kind of want us to collectively how we actively sought rest or detox, digital detox, to prevent creative burnout and ensure a clean landing for the end of the year. So for me, what that looks like is obviously what I'm doing right now, which is about to take a good long mental break, stepping away from the keyboard, going AFK. And so it's really important for me to find space and dissonance and balance and all of that. And for me, sometimes that's just being still and doing nothing. I do rotate a lot of hats, right? We're all moms, we're all working professional jobs, we're all doing some extracurricular activities on the side. Like all of us are doing different things. And so like for me, I think the most centering thing I can do is just be still. Stop everything and be still. Play a puzzle, you know. I do a lot of staring into the mood lights a lot and fires a lot. I stare a lot into fire lately. And so it's been a lot of soothing, just finding that that part, not necessarily perfect spot, but just the part where you can just find peace in the moment. Sometimes that's just sitting in the silence, but that's kind of my recovering of ROI of rest, where the past 2 months I've had very challenging projects to finish, to hurry up and get to the end, right, of the year or the end of the project. So I'm really looking forward to just stopping and then being still and let that be like a clean landing going into 2026. All right,
I
how about
love that.
you? How about you, Priscilla?
Oh, me? Me?
Oh, me.
Oh, me? I guess my hardest project has been like showing up because I'm drained as heck.
AF.
Right.
As an elf. Well, because I've got this thing called perimenopausal brain fog. Let's see, momming, as Tyrone will, because I've got, I'm like working a lot of jobs and, different projects, and I've got this creative fatigue, and, it's that pressure that you got to always keep going because, it's just everything's going all the time. And I'm like, I thought that this was, I thought that things would kind of get a little bit easier. And as much as I want to say, I'm going to slow things down, we were watching this movie the other day. I can't remember what it was called. It's the one with Denzel Washington where the train is going. The train's going and they can't stop it, right?
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah. And that's the analogy I was telling Tyrone about the other day. I said, it's like, that's the train, right? And then I'm coming backwards in my train trying to pull it so it doesn't keep, but you can't stop a train.
Oh, yeah, you can't. Right.
Right.
So that's kind of where I'm at. That's my challenge.
Priscilla.
I ain't no conductor.
All right, Cicely, what you got?
So kind of like I'm on Priscilla's wavelength with that. So I feel like the first 8 to 9 months of the year, I did a great job of like, I remember we had this talk, like when I was pregnant with the twins, and then when they were born, I was like, I'm just gonna relax a little bit. Whatever relax looks like for me, which is not really relaxing, but I took it easy. I did take it easy for a little bit. And then I feel like the last kind of 3 to 4 months of this year have just been like go, go, go. And so I am burnt out. Like I'm super tired, but that was from school, from work, from the new job, from just, life happening and things. But one of the things that I was very happy about, so even though like the last 3 to 4 months were hectic, for the first 8-ish months, I prioritized myself. I started reading more. Like I have a whole list of books that I got through this year. So I didn't physically read them. I had to do audiobooks, but I think there were like 23 books. I got to go back and count, but that's the most I've read probably since my undergrad year in college.
Wow.
Or since 2010. It's the most, because I've never just had the chance to just sit down and read since I left New York City. Haven't had any more time to just like be on a train and not have to drive and go in 17 different directions and have that time to myself. So I think, like I said, about 23 books, audiobooks. So I was excited. I started Pilates Reformer in July, and I completed, I believe, 22 or 23 classes. And that was with like, life, the kids. We have one car, a move, grad school, working 2 jobs.
Girl.
So I'm very proud of myself that I prioritized that. Like there were weeks where I, missed one or two, like I was taking 2 classes a week. There were weeks where I missed a class or even missed two, but I would go back and I went. My last class for this session will be Saturday, and like I went on Wednesday, and there was something like there were a few moves that I like hate. I still hate them, and I can't really do them. Something called legs and straps. Just look it up. You're gonna hate life if you have to physically try it. It makes me want to fight people. Like that's how I want to like fight my instructor, and she's awesome. She's amazing. Shout out to Kara. She's great. But it was one of those things where it's just so like mentally and physically hard that like you just want to give up. And so this last time that we did those moves, like I had to take some breaks and had to take a rest, but I didn't stop, and I kept pushing, and it hurt, and I'm sure I was like breathing like a battle axe or something. Like it was terrible. Like I'm sure I was, heavy breathing, mouth breathing, whatever, just to push through it. But even my instructor came up to me afterwards and she said, like we'd been doing some modifications, and she's like, I was almost gonna bring the modification to you, but she's like, I saw that you were trying really hard, and then I saw you like cut your eyes over at me, and she's like, she brought it over towards the end, which was really helpful, but I made it through like 75% of that exercise without a modification, and I was ready to fight her, fight everybody in the room. But it was amazing. So for me, the return of investment, it wasn't necessarily rest, but that was just like taking better care of myself. But like I'm physically seeing it, I'm feeling it, and even when like I'm the most tired that I've been like for these last few weeks, I have that to hold on to, that like even when I'm really tired, I can still do hard things, and I can still push through and do things for myself on top of doing, 700 things for everyone else every day. So that to me was like a pivotal moment. I've made it. I said I was going to rest, and I did for most of the year. And then, I'm at the point where I'm seeing the results of putting myself first and pouring more into myself.
I love that. There are so many deep things that you just said that totally resonated with me. Like, I can do hard things. That's a huge one, because I feel like in a lot of areas and spaces, and the people that are usually watching and listening to this podcast are definitely in that kind of similar space. Like, they struggle with understanding, like, I'm doing all the things, but also like understanding that because it feels your normal is someone else's advanced. Okay.
Ooh,
And
ooh,
so I just need like
ooh.
somebody to hear that. What feels
Yes,
absolutely normal to you is actually someone else's really hard thing. And
right.
so just take that into consideration too, as you're climbing and you're trying new things and you're pushing yourself further into some of those more constructive spaces. Um,
Thank
so yeah,
you.
Yes, yes. Because
I just
oftentimes
love
we make
that.
things look too easy, and we just think like, oh, this is normal. Girl, none of what we do is normal. Let's be very clear about that. This is not normal.
This is
This
this
is
is
not
all
normal.
work.
Yes.
It took something to get here.
Yes,
Right.
that's
Like
right.
I tell my kids about the behind the scenes. Like, you ask a question and then a request, and then it happens. Well, you didn't see all the wedged in between
Ooh.
the hours and hours for it to happen.
The
Mm.
tears and the
Yes.
struggle and the everything else. Yes, they just see that it is
Mhm.
delivered, right?
Yes.
You're right about that. Ooh, you're so right.
Ooh, I love all of this. I'm just like, wow. That came out so right, y'all. That was perfect. All right, we're going to take a little quick break for hearing from a fellow MTG guest, wishing everyone a happy holiday. So let's see who that is.
My name is Jennifer Hensel of the Women Podcasters Awards. Season's greetings, everyone. I was on a lot of podcasts this year, and my interview on Danielle, Cicely, and Priscilla's show really stands out to me. It was warm and friendly and a pure joy. It was a lot of fun. They exemplify what it is to be a podcaster, bravely lifting their voices. Happy holidays, everyone.
And that's
Oh,
sweet.
sweet.
We love
She's too
Jennifer.
sweet. She's so nice.
I really enjoyed that podcast episode of hers as well. That was definitely a highlight for me, just because I've seen her climb. I've seen her be at she's the top. The top of the top for women in podcasting is Jennifer. And so it's so interesting that, one, she was a guest on our show, and then two, how much she loved the organic flow and the organic conversations. It's not robotic, it's free flowing. We say whatever the hell, we do all the things. And so I think it's really important to remind ourselves, even in the robotness of podcasting, like, some people really can't get off the roller coaster, right? Like, they can't get off the train because it's this way and this is the only way. And I'm really proud that, More Than Graphics has continued to be an organic conversation, continued to
Yes.
be organic amongst us, and that we can be real and raw with each other at any given point in time. I think we make Priscilla cry how many times on this podcast?
A lot. It's like you guys are like my Barbara Walters.
I love it. Just call me Barbara.
Ooh,
my Barbara Wawas.
I love it. Okay, so our next topic is grounding, defying, and bridging. It actually talks about what we just kind of brought up. We can roundtable discussion on picking one of the themes that had the biggest impact on our creative or professional thinking this year. I have two, to be honest, but the top one probably would be Align with Barney Abramson. I really loved hearing his feedback about how we can truly connect with one another as creatives. And it really has sparked me and challenged me to be a better person in the creative space, whether I am helping to nurture someone or I am challenging myself to do greater and bigger things. Cicely?
I love that. And I loved speaking with Barney, and I remember that episode very clearly, and I thought that was a great conversation. And even like just for you to say it's your favorite, like I have seen you kind of really embody the things that we talked about in that episode, like the ADP list and you moving into mentorship and like a different form of leadership. So I really have seen the impact that it's had on you this year. So I think that's great. For me, it was Ground with Kwame Terra. I thought, like, number one, it was like a health app. So we were kind of talking about the things that I'm interested in anyways. So that was easy. We were talking about, getting people healthier and, building communities around that. So I love that as well. But then, again, because I'm on my own my slow train, Priscilla. I'm on my slow train of grounding and, pouring into myself. I just thought that grounding was very important because I did take a lot of time this year to be more grounded, because usually I'm kind of flighty, so I'm up in the air. And that's part of my personality. But I really think that this year I was more grounded, which is why I was able to do more things, and maybe not more things, but like more impactful things, and not feel that stress that I'd felt in the past, or not feel like it wasn't good enough. Like I can look back on this year and the last couple of years and feel like I've accomplished a lot, and not be like, oh, but I could have done more. No, I couldn't have done more. Maybe I could have. I didn't want to, so it's whatever. But
Right. Right.
maybe I could have, but I just chose not to. And it feels good to be in this place, like to not be worried about, am I good enough? Is this good enough? Like, this is good enough. This is what I'm bringing. This is what I have, and this is what you gonna get. And that's where we're at right now. So Ground was
Yes.
really transformative for me.
Ooh, I love that. And just in general, we talked a lot about disparities in this year as a part of a lot of other projects that talked about disparities within the Black and Brown communities. And so it just was so timely and fitting to hear Kwame talk about the data and how it truly affects generations to come, not just the people that it happened to, but all the ripple effects that come from that. And I know seeing your eyes spark when we talk about, a lot of the medical disparities from you that was cool. Because you were just like, yeah, and this, and that. I'm like, yep, absolutely. This is her lane. Like, this is her jam. So just being able to see that joy come from you, and to see that you were also inspired to like how to do better, right? How can we do better with the current information that we have, with the resources that are, allowed to us at this point. Just having that access and equity conversation around the medical industry period was just really cool and insightful.
Absolutely.
All right, Priscilla, it was yours.
Well, I was kind of thrown off when I was, coloring and listening, and then Cicely talked about her being flighty, and I was like, does she mean Priscilla? I'm like, did you get it?
Look, there's different levels, Priscilla.
Okay, I don't know. What are you talking
Maybe
about?
more internally flighty. Maybe I've learned to internalize it. So like, it's just my mind that's racing, and but I used to be a lot more like,
I never would think of you as flighty. So,
well,
maybe
I appreciate
that flowy hair, maybe the hair.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the hair. I think it's the hair just makes you kind of, it lifts you up a little bit. But
well, it should not come as a surprise to you guys that I am going to go with the building bridges across generations and cultures with my chosen sister, Tanya Kim.
Yes. Hey, Tanya.
I love it.
That was a fun one for me, because it made me feel really extra smart. And it was nice to talk about, like, I think out of the three of us, I don't really talk too much about non-flighty things.
But I love that.
I talk a lot about emotions and stuff, but it was nice to have that person on here that, we could relate, and we could tell the stories of our youths and stuff. So that was nice to share.
Yeah. I love the humanity part of that too. Just to echo off all of that was just hearing you and your element, but also having someone who outside of us that are also co-signing all the things.
Yes.
Like that support, I'm sure, is like a huge elevation for you year round. So we only got to see a little snippet of that. But I love the fact that, that was you were definitely sparking and glowing in that episode.
Wait till I spark when Tyrone comes on with us.
Dun dun dun! Don't let the cat in the bag yet. But no, I'm just kidding.
Well, they don't know. They don't know.
They don't know yet.
But I am super excited about that because I do feel like there's additional conversations to be had in and around that. And it was a perfectly illustrated moment, also celebrating AAPI month, all the things. So I think it was so timely to be able to kind of celebrate and resonate with a lot of things. Speaking of which, we have another video that wants to wish us a happy holiday. I think we're gonna get to that right now.
Hey everyone, it's Dee Dee from Breaking the Mask of Depression. I hope everyone has a happy and healthy holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah. My episode on More Than Graphics podcast is Unmasked Tarnish, and it's out now. Take care.
I love Dee Dee. She's so cute. Her little hair. I love it.
Her episode was awesome. We had a lot of deep conversation around Tarnish. Yes. And I think that was it was very pivotal because it talked a lot about us as people, as Black and brown people, but also like how we associate in the world, how we navigate spaces around mental health, around domestic violence, around things that make us sensitive, right, in the world. So I just love that. Thanks, Dee Dee. You're so awesome.
We love you, Dee Dee.
Yeah. All right. So we're moving on to our next thing, a game called Favorite Things.
I love
so each of us shares one item from each of the three categories: a creative tool or hobby, self-care, health tech, or traditional item. So we'll start with creative tech tool or hobby. For me, that is obviously Canva. AI tools like Gemini and ChatGPT. If you actually follow my YouTube channel, you can see how I made my completely AI generated holiday card from head to toe. I didn't wear a dang thing that's on that card, and neither did any of my family members, nor were all of my family members even in the same space when it was created.
Awesome. That's a very Danielle thing. I love that. I have finally crossed over to the dark side, and I got a MacBook Air very recently. It has changed my life. So I've been borrowing my mom's MacBook like when school started, and I got the part-time job with doing fertility coaching work. So I was like, I need something that's faster. I need something that integrates a little bit better. So I was like, we'll just see it, and if I use it for a month or so, we'll see if I like it. I used it within a week. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll be saving the coins. And I got the midnight color one, and I got a really cute little cover. So I'm very excited. I'm excited to see, I've not even touched the surface of the capabilities and the integrations and all the things. So I'm very excited to see in this next semester and the next year, I'm gonna toy and tinker with it kind of during the Christmas holiday and see how it works. But it came in this week, so really excited about it.
I just want to note, on here, because Cicely put literally the note for this particular section, the whole computer. LOL. Okay.
I'm just excited about the whole damn thing. The whole, oh, you got a MacBook. Oh, you got a laptop. No. I'm excited. The MacBook Air, the whole thing. I'm excited about. And so the one I'm using right now, this is the one I borrowed from my mom because I haven't set up mine yet. But look at this picture. When have you seen a clearer picture ever in your life? Not since I've been on this podcast, I'll tell you that. So I'm just
I thought your skin was clear before. Shit.
No, this is the HD MacBook Air version.
Right. HD is
HDDDD.
Right.
This is the one that keeps going. But I've never been this excited about technology before. It's crazy.
Right. That's why I had to put the whole computer in here, y'all. The whole computer. That's what she wrote. That's awesome. All right, Priscilla, what you gotta follow that one?
Sure. Let's see. Creative tool and hobby would be a sewing machine.
Girl, yeah.
I love that. But that's brought you so much joy this year. And I feel like a sewing machine has been pivotal in your evolution and where you're at now. So I love that for you.
And it's so funny though, because Tanya, she will talk about she was the one who reminded me when I was younger, when we were younger, because we were at one time ago in the 80s, in the 1900s when we were younger. But I always wanted to be like a fashion designer and stuff. So it's so fun being able to really break out the sewing machine and being able to, I like have a lot. I teach the kids, the youths. So it's so fun.
I love that. And it brings you joy. I love that.
Yes. I also want to like add to that because I feel like as much as sewing is a great teaching tool for others, I feel like it's also helping you. Like it's teaching you things about yourself that you maybe not had as much confidence in, that you're now like being able to break out and be like, yeah, I can do this now.
Oh yeah. My favorite thing is the owner over at the Sewing Hive where I'm at, she always says everything is like runway ready, which because I would be very like, oh gosh, don't look underneath. Don't look at threads. But she would tell me like runway ready. I was like, well, what is that? She was, because you're on the runway, it's just put together. It's just on the outside looking. I said, well, shit, I am runway ready.
I love that.
And stuff. And I like being able to explain that to, any new people or anybody that's revisiting. I'm like, we put too much stress on like perfectionists, perfectionism and everything like that. And it's like, it's not even, it's about the possibilities and just the pure enjoyment of being able to create something. Who gives a shit what it looked like underneath?
Oh my gosh.
The only thing that matters what's underneath is inside.
Is you. Yes.
Yes. Snaps. Yes. All the things. Yes. I'm feeling all of that. I feel like I can so relate to that as someone who continues to use, right, a little bit of perfectionism to kind of get ahead. I have been less and less and less of it. It is more so about me just getting it out than it is about how it looks, as long as I get it out. And so in an industry where for me, it has to look a certain way, or it has to look quote unquote pretty. My really big emphasis is just as long as it functions. I put functionality over aesthetics every time. If it does the job, it doesn't matter if it looks janky or whatever, because it's doing the job. So that is like, for me, like a big, Kershaw, going right back to you, like with sewing, like it doesn't have to be runway perfect or pretty. It doesn't have to be runway ready. It just needs to function. So yeah, I love that. That was perfect.
Janky makes it real. So that's how you know it's not AI, when it got the jank.
There you go. Got a little janky stanky on it. That's how you know.
Okay, so self-care, health tech, favorite things. This could be an app, a wearable, a meditation technique. I can go first. I've been practicing a lot of pagan techniques, really specifically into the Wicca area. So I'm doing a lot of saging. I'm doing a lot of meditations. I'm doing a lot of flame watching, just really kind of being experimental with the elements around me and really being rooted in nature. So I have a lot of outdoor things that are now coming into my house.
I love that. Danielle, the nature witch. I love it.
Bring it on.
That is so funny. For me, it's been like physical things. So not necessarily health tech, but more like self-care. But just like Pilates reformer has been like a pivotal thing for me this year. Getting back to lifting weights, like just getting back to like feeling good and feeling strong in my own body. So like, I'm not, losing weight at the rate I would like to, but I just feel better physically. And that to me is enough to keep going. And normally like I stop, like I've, my whole life, if I've been on a weight loss journey or trying to be on a health journey or whatever, like I'll get to a certain point and then I'll just stop and I'll just abandon it and never do it again. I've committed this year. Since I was pregnant with the babies, I committed to going and continuing because it's something I have to do for the rest of my life and it's good for me, but it's just, I don't always want to do it. I'd rather like sit around and just, eat candy sometimes, and that's fine too. But I'm committed this year, especially for self-care, to just making sure I do things that I enjoy and I move my body in ways that feel good.
Oh, I love that. Oh, so good. Like I'm very much similar boat. So I relate to that so much. Okay, Cicely. I mean Priscilla. Oh my gosh.
Oh, so for self-care, I've been breathing.
That's great.
Yes.
Intentionally breathing. Well, I've found out this year, things have kind of gotten a little, intense and stuff. And I think I've like developed some like anxiety and panic attacks, which Danielle, you've in the midst of them. And so I've just gone back to remembering when my minis were miniers, and I used to do this like breathing thing with them. I'd like go blow out the thing. And so I've been using a lot of the techniques, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, that I've done with them before. And it's helping, a little bit, but when all else fails, there's sugar.
Yes.
I mean, I know it's not good pre-diabetic or whatever, but I mean, hey,
you gotta
do something that makes you happy.
Yeah, I got it. It helps. It helps a lot. That is an intentional pause.
Intentional pause. Got it. Intentional pause. Yes. That's hilarious. Okay. All right. Traditional item of her favorite thing. So this could be a favorite holiday snack, blanket, etc. I put bourbon hot chocolate because that needs to be a routinely thing every single day.
I need to
there just needs to be a hot chocolate and about 2 shots of bourbon. That's it.
2 shots.
I don't have a bourbon, so I just got the chocolate.
Me and Priscilla got the chocolate. I can't
apparently
do anymore.
Okay, so help me out with this. People are actually doing vodka versus bourbon in their hot chocolate. I cannot relate, but someone out here may relate to this. Do you?
It seems like a flavor clash. Like the bourbon's richer, and it seems like it would go with chocolate better. I don't know. Ooh.
I am thinking the same, but for whatever reason, people are actually doing vodka versions of hot chocolate. I don't know if I can do it.
Y'all, bourbon was bad enough.
Okay, so my living room holiday decor and mood lights. Those are the 2 things that I feel like have been my more traditional item. I love crafting. And so just recently I put in my stories that I crafted my tree topper that goes on top of our little majestic tree in our living room. We also have this beautiful, breathtaking hearth that I made this year that curls around our giant mirror that's on top of our mantle. So it's just a very mystic in our living room. And so anytime the mood lights are on, like the warm Christmas lights that are on in our space, I don't do a lot of multicolor lights. Sorry, I'm not that person. But I love the white and the off-white and the cream color, like warm lights. And so anytime those lights are on and I'm sitting in my living room, I instantly feel like sunken in. Like all my blood pressure, all of my feelings, everything just compresses and I slowly start closing my eyes and I fall asleep. So that's kind of been my thing. I never fall asleep normally in other spaces, but for whatever reason, this year, this holiday, I can curl up on the couch and be out in like 5 minutes just by looking at the warm lights. So
that's great.
Those are my traditional favorite things right now. It's just staring at the lights.
I love that for you. And I love like you're always every holiday or every season, like you change out like your mantle and everything. Like I look forward to that. Like, I told you, I'm not the crafty person. I ain't gonna do it. Somebody's got to do it. So I'm glad that I get to live vicariously through you because I'm not doing it. And it's not that I don't enjoy it. I love looking at it and I love like being in it. I just don't like to do it.
Right.
So I appreciate you and Priscilla who love to do beautiful things like that. And I appreciate the art and the effort that goes into it. I just want to enjoy it. I don't want to do it.
Right. Come on through. Just wait a week because everybody's kind of sick right now.
Right. And the only thing for me is just blankets. Like I love a little cozy throw blanket. I have my little my blue and white polar bear throw, furry throw, and then watching like in this season, watching the Home Alone movies. Like I think we've watched them, the first 2. We can't get into the newer ones. We can't get into them. So we've watched the first 2. We started watching them on like around Thanksgiving time, and we just every like once a week we'll just pick one and we'll just put it on, and we're like, we got to let the babies know this is a classic. But it's one of my favorite movies. I love Kevin and his family, and I think it's a great family classic movie.
Which one do you like better, the first one or the second one?
Ooh. I think the first one is still always like slightly to me better than the second, but the second has some gems like with the pigeon lady that he met, the Mr. Duncan at the toy store, the new booby traps that he set in, the uncle and aunt's brownstone. So like, and I love New York City. Like I lived in New York City, so there are things that I can relate to there, but first one I think will forever be my favorite, but the second one it's close. They're pretty close.
See, it's Rob Schneider for me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the hotel scenes. Oh my gosh. the most ridiculous. Like the movie is so ridiculous. It is just it's outlandish, and I love it. Kevin is out of pocket the whole time.
Right.
Have you guys seen on Prime that Oh What Fun with Michelle Pfeiffer?
I've seen it come up, but I've not watched it.
She's basically, it's like she's been Kevin McAllistered by her family.
Oh no.
So
no.
I mean, just a little, that's a little, but it made her go do, the traveling. You remember on the, what was it? The Yaya sister, what is that?
Yeah, Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
No, not that one. The other one. The when Ashley Judd.
I think it's Yaya Sisterhood or something.
Yeah, she takes off because she got tired of shit and she took off to a motel.
Yes.
That's if you put those two together, sort of. That's kind of what.
Okay. So it's like a self-discovery sort of thing. Like this bad event happens and it turns into something really good. Well,
it's the thing like when the mom, I think it's like what moms feel
all the time.
But that one, that was one that I kind of watched, and it made me think of when I was trying to explain it to somebody. I said, "Oh, it reminds me of that's what happened to Kevin." Except not everybody go, Kevin. They didn't go, Mom. They said, Mom. Oh shit, we better get.
We better get Mom together.
Oh shit.
Terrible.
But
that's hilarious.
Well, I'm feeling the same thing with the heated blanket because I get cold toesies. I think it's just bad circulation, and so but I also say that my inside voice says snuggling up to a canister of sugar.
Oh,
that's very traditional.
I mean, it is like what we have cookies and candies and cakes in the holidays. So I mean, she's not wrong.
I'm not wrong. I'm not. I do know that.
Okay, y'all. So I have one more happy holidays, but I'm actually going to push it back one because I want to get through this topic, which is the great forecast. So we're each of us can kind of give a bold, even data-informed prediction for the coming year based on each of our lanes of expertise. So mine would be tech, Priscilla's is creative, and of course, Cicely's is med tech. So in tech, I kind of want to, I don't know if I want to predict an AI platform or anything, but I definitely think that the age of AI as we know it is yesterday's news. So what is comfortable to us right now is going to be completely irrelevant moving into the early stages or even the mid-year of 2026. So currently we're using AI for all the basic things. And I feel like we're really it's going to completely increase and change and pivot right at the beginning of the new year and into the mid section of the year. So that's my big prediction for AI.
Okay. Well, my big prediction is prediction. Why did that sound so crazy when the words? I said it right?
You did.
You did. Whitey. Okay. So put down the sugar and the cheese. That's what happens. See, if you put cheese, sugar, and a perimental brain fog, this is what you get.
You get a silly elf.
So, okay. So I'm going to talk about the death of a major visual trend. And do not kill me, you coquettish people, but I'm going with the death of bows. And it's very ironic because that's where I started with, right? I like the holidays, but I'm kind of over it. Much like I kind of sometimes get over the holiday things just because I like things done differently. If you're going to do something, do it different,
Mm-hmm.
And but I think that overall, I think just the, we always say this all the time, the perfection, the way that things look so perfect and stuff. I still am hoping that the rise of the imperfect and less, whatever, just because I think that it's being more human. It's okay to be decorative, but humanly decoratively imperfect.
I love it.
That's the trend. That's like the Pantone color.
Ooh, I like
color of the year, y'all. I'm telling you, either you love it or you hate it.
The color of the year is like vomit. That's what it should be.
It's like an off-white. It's supposed to make you think like in the clouds or higher thought, but I'm just like,
I'm just lazy.
Yeah, they took the easy way out on that one.
That's my personal opinion as well. All right, what about you, Cicely, for MedTech?
I definitely see a transition happening in terms of like more medical facilities, and I guess like the medical community adopting and integrating tech into like how we take care of patients, because it has to happen. Like I don't care like if people don't like it, like, oh, we don't want there's data issues, there's privacy issues, yes, but like at this point, not to be a conspiracy theorist, the government is tracking us anyways, so
Come on.
just make sure that things that your data is secure and private and all those things. But I think there's no way for us to advance as a human society without integrating technology into healthcare. Like we now know, like there's innovations and ways that people can live longer. There's biohacking, there's longevity things that needs to be mainstream instead of just reserved for like billionaires and a few couple hundred people, because typically that's something that's been the barrier has been cost, and the barrier has been access. And I really hope that in this year those things start to be broken down, and that they can actually be more accessible to the people who really need them, like the people with chronic conditions, people with generational trauma, carried from our lovely American history. So I'm really hoping that people that truly need these things can get it. And then with that, that AI can be done in a way, or like data centers can be housed in a way that it's
Oh
not,
yeah.
poisoning people, not ruining the environment, and making all of our electric bills and utility bills go up. So there has to be a balance. I never believe that there's not a way to do something equitably and, socially responsibly or socially responsible, and to also like take into how you're affecting people. There has to be a way to do it. There has to be. And someone needs to find it. It ain't me, because I don't know that much about science, but someone has to figure it out. If we can
Plant
cure
the
cancer,
seed.
if we can, find ways to make HIV undetectable and come up with vaccines for just literally everything,
Mhm.
we have to find a way to technologically advance as a society, like in the world, in the US, without poisoning people and poisoning our environment. Has to be a way.
Yep. There's
That's
got to
my
be
TED
a
talk.
way. I love this. Yes. I came to Cicely's TED Talk. Yes, I did.
So
Attendance
somebody out there
one.
listening, y'all find a way. I'll be supportive of it, but I ain't gonna find a way. You gonna find a way. That's a whole bunch of engineering and biology and chemistry and stuff that I don't even know nothing about. So y'all got to figure that out.
The future. It's the future. I love it. This is so inspiring because I do feel like there's going to be all the things we're talking about. There's so many good futuristic nuggets that come from that. But at the end of it all, too, I think a lot of it's going to be nurtured and fostered by community in some way or fashion. And so that's what I'm hoping that this podcast, this community continues to foster, is good community to create and innovate and educate on all the levels that we're all talking about. So that's the power punch for me in all of this is community. All right, we got one more thank you before we wrap up the show, and I want to make sure that we get that in. Who could it be?
Ooh.
So this is coming from your favorite AAPI guest that you had on your show this year. I wanted to thank you for inviting me. It was really, truly an honor. And thank you for everything that you do, putting all the positive energy in the universe that your podcast does. So to the cast and crew of the More Than Graphics podcast, thank you. And I hope you all have a beautiful, happy holiday, a safe and beautiful holiday.
Oh, so sweet.
That's
Hey, my sister.
awesome. I love it. I love being able to see that our guests are thriving and doing well, carrying out their brands and doing amazing stuff out there. So congrats to all of our seasoned guests. Thank you for being on our show. And a special thank you to everyone who sent us videos to wish our following also a happy holidays. We really appreciate all of that. So to kind of get to the very end of our conversation today in regards to the ugly sweater, one, I wanted to follow up on you, Priscilla. How are we on the coloring sheet?
Oh, I'm not really wanting to share that.
Okay.
Is it
fair.
runway ready, Priscilla?
Right.
This is runway. Right. This is what I'll show you. This is there. What you got this? So like.
Oh, pretty. Very pretty.
I was trying to do a little bit of like Danielle, like a little sparkly thing, but that didn't. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
I might have to break out some. If after this Christmas party, that holiday party I have at the school, if we have leftover glitter, It's going to be seen.
Oh,
I love it.
I'm super excited. I'm gonna color one right after the show and put it up on social. So if y'all do it too, you let me know and I'll put
I
it
will.
up.
I'm going to share mine.
Tag away. So we're gonna go straight into our 2026 goals. The one word, right? What's one word for each of us that shares our single concise phrase or phrase that will guide our personal focus for 2026. So I'll let everyone else go first. I didn't pick one yet, to be honest, but you go right ahead, Cicely.
All right. Transformation.
Ooh.
And that's it. I'm not even going to expound on that. And I love to expound. I'm just going to leave it there. Transformation.
All right, Priscilla.
I'm gonna go with this was wonderful. Enoughness.
I love it. It's so cute.
That's my little Maisie girl that I did.
I
so
love
enoughness. I gotta have some. They're called Maisieisms, Cicely.
I love it.
So enoughness is a noun, and its definition is the state of knowing you are enough, shining, and fully seen. Enoughness.
Ooh,
Use that in a sentence.
Okay. I love it.
Enoughness.
That is so filling. I love this. Okay, I think we were playing around with the word AI and like as it means artificial intelligence, like amongst my work and community and what word we were kind of using for that. And I know the word artificial intelligence, we were really kind of going back from artificial to more authentic intelligence. The way that we use the word AI. So that's my flex, is really kind of being more authentic into 2026. And that means showing up not ready, showing up in different spaces, being able to say the things we need to say authentically without feeling we need to retract, regurgitate, or repeat. So that's my word.
I love it. I love it. It's very, very, all the words that we picked, I feel are very, like very true to us. Like it makes sense for all of our situations, but I'm excited to see how these words develop into fruition and what we're sitting and looking at next year. I'm really excited for that, for the look back.
Oh my goodness. I love it. All right, y'all. That's really a wrap for the show today. Like, we just wanted to find space and place for you all to have a moment to chill with yourselves and hang out and chill with us at the More Than Graphics podcast. Ladies, is there any other final words or wrap ups you want to give?
No, but can we do a karaoke at some point?
I think we're going to have to. I think it's going to be a requirement. I think we need to. I think for the new year, we need to do a karaoke session. That's just putting it out.
I think so. I know we can get lots of people in on that one.
Okay, we're gonna have to figure that out. Like, I'll put everybody in the green room and we're just gonna have to like shoot your shot. Everybody gets a verse or a chorus line and knock it out. I think that's funny.
Yes.
I would really have fun with that. Awesome.
Let's do it.
The pressure's on. Like my head went like, whoo, okay.
You got some time. We got time to think about it. We got time.
Yes, we do. All right, y'all. This has been a wrap. This is it for 2025. Thank you all for tuning into this episode, this whole season of the More Than Graphics podcast. For exclusive bonus content like our ugly sweater craft challenge, coloring that coloring sheet and tagging us on socials, subscribe to our newsletter by visiting us at mtgthepodcast.com. Until we meet again, we are reminding you that you are more than the work you produce. You are more than your name badge, and you're certainly more than graphic. We'll catch you all next time. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
This tribe with a vibe needs you. Share MTG on social media, on your lunch break with peers, or send an episode to your techie bestie. This podcast is produced by Octane Design Studios. Catch you next time.